Alhamdulillah for everything.
Alhamdulillah.
Being our loss, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, everything God gave me.
Yes, guys, hope you're doing well. Amin from NH2, and today I'm joined by a very good friend, top goalkeeper, Serine Sanneh. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How's everything?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, all good, all good.
That's good.
So,
that's good.
For those of you watching, I'm sure you've seen Serine all over, ball league, football academies. But for any of you who don't know who he is, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Serine Sanneh, goalkeeper from Gambia. Obviously represented West Ham at my youth days and Crystal Palace. Also represented England and the Gambia in the African Cup of Nations. So
So, a lot of things to go.
yeah, it's a lot of things. Yeah.
So let's start with all my guests. I like to start from the beginning, right? Lil you.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? What was your kind of upbringing? What was your childhood like?
So my childhood was was good. I started at West Ham from young, like on the nines, which was very, very good. Started off Sunday League, and I just remember West Ham, obviously, they saw me playing in Sunday League and they wanted me to come in for trial. But at first they put me in a development squad for like 20 minutes. They said, nah. Get out, come back tomorrow. Train with the academy, they signed me straight after. So it was good. Good childhood. Yeah.
You proved yourself straight away.
20
minutes.
Straight away, 20 minutes. I said, come back the next day, train with the academy. And it was good.
No need for a month trial. Just do it in 20 minutes. All right, you're up.
Yeah, it was straight away. Straight away.
Yeah. And when you said, they noticed you, when did you actually start playing football? Was it just like your parents liked football and then it got, because it's a, Gambian thing, or?
No, you know what? I actually used to be a player. So I was a player. So we used to live in Germany.
Yeah.
We first used to live in Germany. And I think when I was young, I used to play outfield. My dad, me and him would go out and obviously train. I'll take shots at him. Then one time he just told me to go in goal. And then I knew no basics, but I would save shots that were going like top corner. Like just make good saves. Yeah, but I couldn't catch anything. Then from that day, he just told me like, you know what, why don't you just go in goal? And just how it is, because not many people actually choose to be a goalkeeper. And then from that day, I just became a goalkeeper. I had to practice all the basics from scratch, and then I did well.
Yeah,
well.
That's good. Just like you found it instinctively.
Yeah, straight away, bro.
Yeah, and with Germany, growing up in Germany, you said you were born there, right?
No, I was born in Gambia.
Gambia.
Yeah, in Gambia. Yeah.
Okay. And
So-
then what age did you come up?
I think when I was like probably 6. Yeah, probably like 6. And then we came here for a bit. And then because my dad was in Germany, so we stayed in Germany for like 3 years. And then that's when we finally obviously moved here. So, yeah.
And when you came in here in England, was it hard settling in, or were you just a young kid, so you just automatically just like,
No, I think I settled in quite well. The only thing is, everything was just different from obviously back home. But now I settled in quite quick, and it was good.
Yeah, and in terms of school as well, you joined, your primary school, secondary school. Did you play any school football then? And then your teachers maybe thought that this guy has something special.
Yeah, you know what?
Go trial or something.
When I played obviously for school teams, they just thought like I was good, and they said that to me, like they could see me going on to do good things, obviously on the football pitch and etc. Because me, every time I play football, regardless of where it is, I always give my best and make sure that whatever it is, always give 100%. So that's
the
why.
best way. Give it your best, and then
Of course,
the result is going to come regardless.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. And what age were you when you thought that, right, football could be, my thing?
When I signed at West Ham, I think when I was like 9, because I didn't really expect it. And then, I got signed at West Ham, and then I was doing very, very well when I was young, because I just started playing upper age groups, and then I was just making a lot of progress. And then that's when I realized, I could have the potential to actually do something in football. So it was good.
And did you have any other thoughts of doing anything else, or were you just 100%, zoned in on football?
Nah, I didn't have nothing else. Nothing else, just play football. That's all it was. I didn't think I'll do this or do that. I just said, you know what, just play football and just give your best regardless of what it is. Just football always,
Plan A.
Yeah,
Let's
plan
go
A.
all for it.
No plan B. I think if people always say I have a plan B, I think if you have a plan B, you just don't believe in plan A that much. So I think if you have a tunnel vision of something, just go for it. There's no need to say, oh, but you need to fall back on this, Now, you just go for it.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like had a couple guests before say the exact same thing. Plan A. If you know that's what you want, you knew goalkeeper, you knew football was for you, you're gonna go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you think, oh, I could do this as well, you're not confident. You're not gonna go all in.
All in, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, is you have to go for it. You have to go for it. Just believe that plan A will work, and then you don't have no distractions of plan B, and it's always in your mind. Oh, if this doesn't work, no, just focus on one.
Exactly. Go all for it.
All for it. All or nothing, as they say, innit? So
Exactly. All or nothing.
Yeah.
I try and live by that as well.
Yeah,
Give it your
man.
best, and then because God's the best of planners. If He says something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
And
So,
in terms of also international, let's move to the international stage as well. England were also looking at you as well from quite a young age.
yeah.
So how does that happen? Because there's thousands of goalkeepers in the country.
Yeah.
And, I know you said not many are goalkeepers at a young age, but there's a couple goalkeepers at a young age. So how do you stand out?
You know what? It's a good question, because I never thought that I was like trying to like stand out or trying to impress. I was just playing my game. I think in this life, obviously, if you're good enough and you have the talent, you kind of do stand out without actually trying to like
Force it.
trying to force it, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I just remember, like I said, my youth days at West Ham was probably the best times I've ever had in football, because I was just doing so well. I was standing out. I was working hard. And then the England opportunity, I remember I was on my way to be a ball boy for West Ham. My dad sent me an email if I was in school. If I got in trouble in school. I was like,
Detention out of
yeah,
school.
I was like, oh my days. See England at the top, and I see St. George's Park, and they said your child has been selected for a training camp. I was like, I had to get off the bus first to read it properly, and it just came, and it was good times.
Do you think it was out of the blue? Or like,
Yeah, I did. Like I said,
you didn't know it was coming?
I did not know anything was coming. I'll be so honest. Like, my mindset at that young age, you're just obviously playing for your club.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually think about England, international, or whatever. I just playing for my club, West Ham, and then it just came about.
It's big, man. You see England, St. George, all the merch,
St. George's
and
Park, and I think, oh wow, that's big. That's big.
And coming into those, obviously we know the gates, the St. George's gates and everything. When you're driving in, how did you feel when you first kind of got into that England camp? You
Nervous,
see
mate.
everyone around.
Nervous, mate. When it's in the middle of nowhere. You're just driving, and you just see. I think when you enter the gates, the journey from that to the hotel is probably the longest that it's ever been. But when I saw it, I was like, you start feeling something like, it's nerve and excitement, because you're thinking, wow, like, I'm actually here. Like, when you're taking the journey to St. George's, you're not actually thinking about anything. You're stopping at services, you're taking food, you're on your phone. Until you actually get there, you're thinking, wow,
I'm here.
It's actually happening. Yeah, it's actually happening. So no, it was good. It was good. It's good.
And what kind of things happen there? When you obviously you check in, you do all this stuff. Did they put you straight between the goalposts and then like save shots against all these superstars? Or
So how it works? You just obviously you go in, you check in. Obviously, you have to do like not medical, but just like make sure everything's fine.
Yeah.
So they will see, and then obviously partner you with like a roommate. Then after you just have like a meeting, like everybody introduce everybody, and then just make sure you're all comfortable. And then I think you just have just one training session on the first day, and then obviously the other days you would have 2 training sessions, and then towards the end of the camp you would have a game. They always call it a double header, meaning like there's 2 teams, like 2 separate teams, team 1 and team 2, versus like different countries. So
and what age were you when that happened?
it's on the 15s. That's my
Okay.
first camp. Yeah, it was on the 15s. So I was probably say 14.
So it was like
14.
year 9, year 10 kind of thing.
Yeah. It was exactly that.
Yeah. And with school as well, did you have to like tell, guys, I can't come into
Yeah.
science tomorrow. I've got England camp at St George as well.
I went school Lambeth Academy. It's near Clapham. It's crazy because when you get picked for things like this, it's just exciting because everybody now saying, "Oh wow, you're going to play for England, so,
Yeah.
so you're actually good at football then." I'm like, yeah, and then man, the teachers were happy for me, and yeah, man, I just told them, listen, I won't be able to attend maths. I got Belgium now in 2 weeks, so I need to prepare for that. So no, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, and your generation as well, because I've looked at, the famous, England under 19 picture as well later on. You've had some superstars. You want to walk us through the starting 11?
Yeah. Now listen, the big players. I think my team, we had Jamal Musiala, who's obviously at Bayern now.
Yeah.
He's obviously a good friend of mine. I think the other team probably had Jude Bellingham in there. I mean, the most famous,
everyone knows him. Yeah.
But no, it was good. My team, we had Jamal, we had Cole Palmer, we had Nonny, Morgan Rogers. He was my roommate for quite a few times in like late on camps. So yeah, they're big names. And obviously gone on to do very well in the game.
Yeah. And obviously you were like a camp, like you said, you had roommates, you were doing things together. How's it like being with the same people for, weeks or months or however long it is, and all of you, grow up together, you develop together? Because it's a lot better than, because with camps, how it works from what I've seen other players talk about, it's you'll do everything together, you live together pretty much, instead of just everyone doing their own thing. So do you think it's good that all of you are in one camp and doing everything together?
Yeah, when you're in one camp, it's good because obviously you get to know each other more. You get to obviously be comfortable around each other. And like I said, you just develop like a friendship rather than everything just being separate. So nice. So it's always good because in football, they call it chemistry, innit? I mean, if you have a good relationship with everybody in around the pitch, your team would always do well because it's a team effort. So it's always good. Like I said, you just get to know each other better, more. You become closer. You become like a family, and everybody there is just nice because you're all there to be the same mission. Because you have to realize in that England camp, everybody is the best in the country right now.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, it's actually crazy. You're here because you're the best in the country right now. Especially like players and I think like 2 goalkeepers. So nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. And was there anyone in that camp that, obviously you mentioned all these names, all these like players that are doing great, but ones that, develop the quickest? So at that age, because with football, the funny thing is, right, you never know who's actually going to make it, because someone could be on top of the world at 16 and then 17, 18, they, not fall off, but they disappear.
Yeah.
And some people come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So in that England camp, was there anyone who you'd say was kind of the fastest grower, who developed the quickest guy?
Jude Bellingham and Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Nonny. I think the players that have gone on to make it, you can probably say they've gone on to develop quicker. Jamal Musiala as well. I mean, these were like ridiculous football players. Especially when the first time I trained with Jude. I'm gonna send him this, by the way, because I always tell him when I trained with him, it's the first time that I got chipped. Like I just remember we was doing small-sided games, and then he did 1-2s with someone, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to save it, and he just dinked me. I was like,
Got you
this
good.
this is another level.
Yeah.
But like I said, in football, you never know who's going to make it. But at that time, everybody stands out because everybody is good. But you just never know who's going to go and do bigger things. But I'll say these names that have gone on to make it are probably the ones that probably did stand out.
Yeah, it's clear from, you could tell
Yeah.
that, obviously everyone there has the talent, but very few have, the work ethic and the hard work to make it through, because you're 17, 18, your career is until 30, 29. So you've got to be consistent.
Consistent, yeah.
And
exactly.
in terms with you as well, because I'm talking about England camp because it's like kind of the top in the country, because like you said earlier, all the best are there, aren't they? So with you as a goalkeeper, if you have to look at yourself from outside, what do you say made you like stand out as a keeper, as, one of the best in the country, one of the brightest?
I think just how I play. because if you see my playing style, a lot of people say it's a bit risky or whatever. But I think it's just how I play, and I'm very good at like shot stopping. I'm very good at shot stopping. I'm very good at like with the ball at my feet. I think that kind of made me stand out, especially more with my feet, I would say, because I'm like on the ball, I'm like another player. So I think that's what made me stand out. But it's just, yeah, I think I was just saving just ridiculous shots and obviously just good on the ball. That's what made me probably stand out.
Yeah, because I've seen the clips of you,
Yeah.
you know, sitting the defender down,
Yeah.
the risky stuff and that. Was that something that you always grew up with because you played football because you love it? Or is it just a thing you do to kind of keep the game fun?
I'm an entertainer, innit?
Showboat.
I'm a big entertainer. But people, listen, I laugh because people say, oh, this is risky. Don't you feel scared? It's not risky because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, there we go, yeah.
I don't do it all the time. There's moments when to do it and there's moments when not to do it. Everybody knows that when I'm on the ball, especially when I play now, everybody knows when I'm on the ball, or this keeper likes taking a touch. But I'm already 1 second ahead of you guys.
You know what they're thinking.
Yeah, exactly. So when I come out, it's just depending on the situation, like the scenarios. But most of the time I do it is, let's say I come out for a through ball and I'm about to kick the ball first time. But in my mind, I know if I kick this first time, the player's gonna block it. And it might do something where it's going. You've seen so many mistakes like that.
I've seen it, yeah.
And obviously, like I said, people call it risky. People say, oh yeah, but just clear it first time. I'm like, no, there's no need. It's not risky. I know what I'm doing. I don't do it all the time. I do it in areas where it's right to do it. And I'm good on the ball. So what's the point of going long? They come and attack again when I can just do something simple but effective and keep the ball.
Because that's your job, to be effective, you know. You don't care how you do it. It's as long as you get to the end.
As long as you get to do it, yeah. So I say, and people say, yeah, it's risky, but if I'm honest, and I don't want to jinx it now, but if I'm honest, I've not been tackled like that, where players tackle me and then they go. So, you know, it's not risky.
Exactly,
I know I'm in control. Yeah, so no, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, famous saying, if it ain't broke, don't change it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If it's working, keep it, bro.
Keep on. But saying that, mistakes happen in life. You know what I mean? One day it could happen, and it could not happen. If it does happen, it's life, innit? Just have to get on with it.
Exactly, yeah. And in terms of consistency as well, at a young age as a goalkeeper, because I've had a couple goalkeepers, you know, the guy in the podcast, my brother there behind, he was like, I keep on having goalkeepers, but I'm like, I know it's the thing, but all of them mentioned that goalkeeping is a different position, obviously, to outfield. And as a goalkeeper, it's pretty hard to, you know, distinguish yourself because you only face a couple shots a game, maybe. And what would you say your advice to anyone watching as a goalkeeper? How do you improve at a young age?
Just got to keep working hard and just believe in your ability. That's the biggest thing I can give to someone. As a goalkeeper, never take mistakes personal. It hurts when you make a mistake. See me, if I concede, the first thing I do, don't care how many good things I've done in a game, the first thing I'll do is watch the goal. How can I prevent this? Even if I can't do anything about the goal, what could I have done? But yeah, I think as a goalkeeper, you have to accept mistakes. And I obviously coach younger goalkeepers now. Anything I told them, any best advice I give them is you have to accept the mistake. Once you accept mistakes, that's it. You can now go on and push on to do bigger things because now you're fearless of making mistakes. So mistakes are normal. So if there's any young goalkeepers watching, just accept mistakes and just work hard. That's it. Just accept mistakes, work hard. That's it.
Yeah, because I always like to think of kind of mistakes as like, you know how people say, oh, you took an L or something. I always like, it sounds a bit corny, but I always say that there's kind of 2 L's, there's a lesson and a learn. Because if you take a loss and you don't learn from anything, then you're not going to grow, are you? But if you take a lesson from it, you learn, you know what to do next, you're improving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like you said, it's a lesson. That's the biggest thing you can do is learn from it. I mean, think about life. It would be so boring if we was just to get everything our way. You know what I mean? But it's kind of exciting. One day you win, one day you lose. You need to learn. So you're never going to have a straight path. As you said, it's very important. You can either treat it as a loss or you can learn from it.
Exactly, yeah. And in terms of losses as well, or maybe lessons you've learned, because you've mentioned already, you've been around, loads of great, players. You've faced a lot of good shot takers.
Yeah.
What was some lessons you learned from a young age that helped you now to get to where you are?
The lessons I've learned is, most important is just believe in myself. I think, go back to the first game of the England camp. I wouldn't say the nerves got to me, but for 20 minutes I was not good. For 20 minutes I don't think I was ever going to come back to the camp. But after 20 minutes, I was good. So it's just about, biggest lesson I learned from that day is, okay, you're going to feel nerves on big occasions, but you have to learn to deal with it. You have to learn to deal with it. So now, even if I do feel nerves in the game, I will go, I'll be relaxed, and I'll just play the game. But how I play the game is just because I believe I've got the ability to do this. I've got the ability to make that pass. I've got the ability to make this shot stopping. So, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and in terms of the camps as well, what countries did you play? Because you mentioned earlier, I can't go to maths, I got Belgium the next day. But what was the kind of level like?
Yeah, mate, it's terrifying. It's so good, like so fast. I think the teams I played, so my first game was against Belgium. Do you know who was playing in that game that I didn't even realise?
Hazard, maybe?
I'll tell you, he plays in Man City. Not Hazard, no. Not Hazard. Nah, not Hazard. He plays for Man City.
De Bruyne?
Nah, I'm not their age.
I don't know,
New signing probably like 2 seasons ago, winger.
Ray...
Nah.
What's it? Go on.
And begins with D. Fast pacey winger.
I don't know.
Jeremy Doku.
Doku. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Doku played in that
He's
game.
great.
Doku played, I didn't even realise. When I only realised, like I said, that team sheet that just keeps going.
Yeah.
That's the only time I realised I played against Jeremy Doku. But yeah, I played against Belgium. I played against Russia. Played against USA. France was probably my best game in the England shirt. Cameroon.
France team would have been stacked.
Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, very good.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. Because like you said, you didn't even realise it was Doku. That's what I was saying earlier. Some players at that age, they're just, quote unquote average. They're like, they're not, they don't catch your eye as much. But obviously he worked hard and, he didn't care about what everyone said about him. Next wonder kid. And then look at him now.
Yeah, it's gone.
Now everyone knows his name, don't they?
Everybody knows who he is and he's a ridiculous player. Yeah.
And how are the games there? Like you said, France was your best game. Talk us through that then, your best game. What was it like? Did you face a lot of shots, etc.?
Like international, every game is different. Every game you come up with different tactics. For example, Cameroon, physical, just running, just run non-stop. You're there to hurt. France, technical, play. Russia, again, a bit more technical, but technical and obviously aggressive.
Mix, yeah.
Yeah. Belgium, just fast players, fast wingers. My best game for France, again, for 10 minutes, was probably my worst game that I've ever played for England. It was in a tournament in Italy. It was our last game. Started off poor. Again, the nerves really nearly got to me. Just remember that game. I can talk you through it. Coming up for a cross, I think I dropped a cross round my goal line, and Ben Knight, I thank him to this day, thank you. When the guy shot on the line, he saved it and then the guy missed. I said thank you. Then the next day, next time they crossed it in, I went to punch the ball went behind me, nearly scored an own goal.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking this is a nightmare right now. And then literally, international, once they sense a weakness or you feel like someone's not confident, they will target you.
Like sharks with blood.
Yeah, like honestly, I've never faced so many crosses after France. So many crosses. I kept coming out because I was still brave, but I just wasn't dealing with it well. And yeah, 1 minute before halftime, this could have been the best thing that ever happened. 1 minute before halftime, the guy was one-on-one with the goal. The fans started celebrating already. Oh. I made a save, excellent save. They shot again, and I tipped around the post, double save. From that, my teammates are clapping, my fans are clapping, got my confidence. Literally 1 minute before halftime, then went in halftime. I threw them gloves in the bin.
The cursed gloves.
Yeah, I threw them in the bin. One of the gloves. We went out. They just kept crossing, I was dealing with it. Shot stopping, saving. Kept a clean sheet. It's man of the match. We won 1-0. Happy days.
There you go. All you needed was that one spark.
And then one spark, and it turned out to be like my best game for England.
Yeah, because that's the thing with goalkeeping as well. You said earlier, sometimes, you make mistakes, but if that messes with your confidence, that's it. No matter what you do, you can't.
You can't.
But if you have one good moment and you believe in yourself and you're like, hang on, look at me, look at where I am, I could do this.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the half, you're doing great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just need one spark of confidence. I think a goalkeeper probably get their confidence from probably catching a cross early on, or making a save early on, or making a good pass early on. I think that's where the goalkeepers get their confidence. And for my confidence, it was similar to my first game for Belgium as well. I conceded 4 goals in 20 minutes. Yeah, terrible. And the spark I got was I saved the 1v1. And after, I played very, very well. And we lost 4-3, but I had a very, very good game.
Gave a fight.
Yeah, gave a fight. So
that's the thing. And I'll give you an example as well, because I grew up, I don't watch football as much now, but I grew up, watching quite a bit of football. Lloris Karius. We all remember him when he joined Liverpool.
Yeah.
Great goalie, honestly. Like, I grew up being a Chelsea fan. So, but I still watch Liverpool. He was a great goalkeeper. Obviously, you've all seen his clips, the saves and everything. But all it took was one kind of unfortunate moment, Champions League final, and then now everyone,
forget.
He's lost that kind of spark, and it's just one moment in 5 seconds that ruined a whole year's progress.
Honestly, I never get onto goalkeepers if they make mistakes, just typically because I know what it feels like to make a mistake. Or you might be a goalkeeper. Like, to players, he should deal with that easily. But to goalkeepers, he should still deal with it. But you could know why the mistake has happened. And honestly, when that mistake happened for Karius, I just felt so bad for him, because in this day and age, everybody's just thinking about how much you get paid. So they're thinking about, you get paid this amount, you need to perform. But you have to realize these guys are human beings.
Exactly.
They're not robots. They're not paid this much and programmed and say every time you go onto that pitch, you need to make sure you perform. Like, you're humans. And honestly, when he made that mistake, obviously, against Real Madrid, I never thought he was a bad keeper. It's just, unfortunately, it was a big costly mistake for him, unfortunately. But he's playing now in Germany, I think, no?
Yeah, he's good. But the thing is, like, with reputation, people love to talk. They're like, I always talk about that moment, but they forget about what he did all those years before.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of mentality as well, like you said, with when that cross went past you, when you mispunched it and stuff, did you ever at some point kind of doubt yourself? And then, I know you mentioned it earlier, but you waited for that one moment, or were you always just like, it's a mistake, I'll do better next time?
Nah, the one thing, you don't have time to doubt yourself. Not in a game. There's no time. If you want to feel sorry for yourself because you made one mistake, or because you want to catch and you didn't catch, and you want to dwell on that mistake, then that's on you.
Yeah.
You have another 70, 80 minutes to play, so you have to forget about it quick. And like I said, the biggest thing with me, when I was making the mistakes, I still kept coming out to try and deal with it. And now in life, sometimes you might just lose. You might prepare so well, and things might not go your way. You're
God's
thinking,
plan, yeah.
Exactly. Your back is just against the wall. But should that mean you should stop doing what you believe in, or do you just keep going at it? Like, for example, if I get the ball and I sidewinders, I'm very good at sidewinder. I'm known for that. Yeah. I did it once. I think I kicked off the stadium, but I got it again. I did it again. I think it went to the player. I was like, no, but I know I'm good at sidewinders. The next one I did, passed on the floor, nearly got an assist. So no, there's no time to dwell on the mistakes. You have to do it, and just don't stop because you feel like you made one mistake. Just do it again.
Exactly.
Do it again, but do it better.
Exactly. Do it again. Do it better.
Yeah.
We're clipping that.
Yeah,
that's getting clipped.
Do it better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And one of my mottos as well for the whole podcast is kind of buy the 1% for the 1%, because you got to always keep punching. Because if you stop, your last action was a loss. Right, but if you continue, your last action might be a win.
Exactly.
And let's talk about club football now as well. You mentioned West Ham Academy. that's obviously Cat 1. You know, so how's the standard like at West Ham Academy?
It's very good. It's very good. Yeah, you had everything that you would want from a club. Facilities was good. Training. It changed a lot, obviously, throughout the years. But yeah, it was good. We had school programs where we'll do like a day release. You would have food. These days you're just at the top. You know what I mean? Everything's there. The only thing you have to do is turn up with your football boots or your football gloves and go and play. Your kit's washed for you. There's food for you. Cars are taking you to digs or cars are taking you to here. Yeah, no, it was very, very good.
So you take care of, you know, the players. Everything's laid out.
Everything's laid out. You just have to turn up with your boots and your gloves and go and play.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Easy.
all you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
at that age, you know, the young age, what's the level of professionalism like? Because at the end of the day, you're still not a child, but you're still a young guy. So what's the expectations?
Well, you have to perform because nobody knows, because every year you're getting judged even more, and it's getting more and more serious. On the 14s, now you're 15, now you're 16s, now you're getting closer to getting paid. So the professionalism, you mature more, you grow up more as a person. But obviously, because you have to find a balance, because in the changing room, these are the people that you've been with since probably under nines. You guys have been together for like 10 years. So you're like family, you're like brothers. In training, obviously, you will know when to like have your fun and have your jokes. And then there's times where, you know, we need to be serious
Lock
here.
in, yeah.
You need to lock in, especially training, matches as well. So you just need to obviously find a balance and say professionalism. I think that just comes naturally. As more you grow, you learn more about professionalism and the things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do at what time, at the right time. And yeah, it's just all about learning the more you grow.
Yeah, life skills.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. And you were there for a very long time, since under nines, quite a while.
Yeah.
Was there anyone with you that you kind of grew up with from that young age in the academy?
All of them, like, wasn't like they've gone on to make it or just...
Yeah, because a lot of people come in at different ages, but they're obviously the OGs, right? The people that have been there since very young. Was there any that you kind of had nice moments with that you grew up with together?
Yeah, mate, these are my brothers. Like, I could mention all of them. I could mention Jaden, Kamarai. Kamarai plays for, who does he play? Northampton. Jaden's obviously doing very well. He's playing for Stockport. Amadou Diallo, he's in Portugal. These are like great players. Meepo as well, he's playing in Ireland. He's doing very well. Yeah, like you got people like Michael Adu, he's playing kind of similar level to me. You got Ayola as well, who's doing very well in terms of footballing and doing so. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been, like another one, Kai Corbett as well. He plays in Step 1, I think. So yeah, these are all people that we grew up together and we worked hard together, and yeah, we just kept going.
Yeah, because that's the thing with academies, like you know, we've said it a couple of times already, how you grew up together, you're like a family. And loads of people, you know, in other academies that don't have that kind of dig system, they, you know, they graduate or whatever and then they leave, they don't talk to each other again. But for you, it's obviously as a family still, you know, you've got people from England that you probably still talk to.
Yeah.
You've got people from West Ham that still talk to. Was there moments where, you know, after, when you went to your separate clubs, you know, you mentioned Portugal, Ireland stuff, do you guys still, you know, see each other occasionally, still catch up on each other?
Yes. So we speak. We have a very, very good friendship. Like, for example, Kamara, I speak to him. Jaden, I speak to him. Amadou, I speak to them. Meepo. Like you said, when you do go your separate ways, sometimes it's kind of hard to find that time to obviously talk, or some people don't even talk at all.
Yeah.
But because we had such a good relationship, we would talk, and then especially when we might meet up once, maybe a year, you know, and I think that's probably about the best time to just start talking about the old times and
Good old times.
old times. And you say good old times, but it's times that maybe should appreciate and maybe could have appreciated even more. But yeah, no, it's always a great feeling when you obviously link up back together, and you guys are like people that you spend like so many years, and everybody's on their journey, and everybody respects everybody's journeys that they are on. And so it's good as well when you see your guys doing very, very well, going on to play, especially like so Jaden and Kamara and Amadi going on to do well, and Meepo as well. So it's always good. It's always good.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Because that's the thing I realised as well. It's kind of, maybe this is an over-exaggeration, but you see, these soldiers, how they were mates in the trenches. That's kind of with you guys as well.
Literally that.
You're doing the same thing
Yeah.
24/7, football, meals together, share a room, whatever. You grew up together. Those are your friends. That's your family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And off the pitch as well, off football, because there's a life on the pitch, there's a life off the pitch. I'm sure you know that, obviously.
Yeah.
Loads of people have that experience. What does life kind of look like for you off the pitch, when you're not playing? What things do you like to get up to?
Good question. Is it like now or is it like before?
Yeah, before and now, let's comparison.
Before, and didn't really used to get up much. Before, I was just play and go home, probably play FIFA.
Yeah.
And repeat. That's about it. Because like I said, you have everything. You don't really need to do anything outside of football.
Yeah.
Whereas now football, I probably get up to gym, training, coaching. I watch a lot of seminars as well. So now it's just obviously growing up. You have to kind of do more for yourself because you don't obviously have these things now that you used to have before. So whereas before I would just go home.
It's chill, yeah.
Yeah, just watch TV or play FIFA, go home, repeat every day. Whereas now you have to do these things by yourself, gym, like training, coaching, and yeah.
Yeah. And would you say, looking back now, you appreciated those kind of blessings that you had, everything being taken care of, or do you maybe have that thing in the back of your mind? You'll be like, oh, maybe I should have, utilized it more, or how does it work?
See, one thing about me, I've always appreciated, and I'm always grateful for every opportunity that I have. So not once have I never appreciated the things that I've never had at West Ham. I've never regretted any moment, obviously in West Ham. I think in that moment, I even appreciate it more. I'm thinking, wow, this is great. Because remember, like I said, from Gambia, you come from nothing, and then all of a sudden you do well for yourself. You have everything. So I was always appreciative of the stuff, and I was always grateful. And yeah, that's one advice I give to like people that are playing in the academy. I'm like, you have to appreciate everything that you are given now and everything that's in front of you, because in a few years' time you could watch back and you might not have things that you have now, and you'd be like, oh, wow, I wish I did work harder. So I just have no regrets, and like I said, be grateful that you have these things.
Alhamdulillah, always.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, always, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
And let's talk about also the kind of your heritage side and also your faith as Muslim, being from Gambia as well. Was there times where you felt that, maybe when you were at camp, maybe you played whilst you were fasting in Ramadan? Was there ever moments like that where you had to kind of obviously be yourself and be who you are whilst competing at those kind of levels?
yeah, the religion doesn't really change anything. I'm like a Muslim in it, same thing as you.
Yeah.
I would pray everywhere I go. I don't look at people when they be like, oh wow, what was he doing in the thing? Was it like, nah, I pray and I'll fast. I follow my religion. It doesn't make no excuses for my football. 'Cause that's what I grew up and that's what I believe in. So yeah, when I used to go to camps, I would pray in front of people. Even now,
Yeah.
like I'll pray in the changing room before kickoff. But the more you respect your religion yourself, people respect it more.
So true, yeah.
So people respect it more. For example, when I'm praying in the changing room now, they would turn down the music and they would not walk in front of me.
They know it, yeah.
They know, like West Ham, everybody knew, but you have to be proud of who you are, whatever you believe in, be proud of it and follow your deen, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because that's the thing with like me as well. Obviously, because I'm from Algeria originally, my parents from there. That's my culture. No matter what I do, right? I could dye my hair blonde. I could do everything. I'm always going to be Algerian. I'm always going to be Muslim.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same with you. no matter what, you're always going to be from Gambia, you're always going to be Muslim. So
Muslim, yeah.
you got to embrace it,
Yeah,
haven't
of
you?
course, yeah.
And was there moments where you felt that, like you said, you know, when you were stuck to true, when you stuck to who you are, you were yourself, where people were, hang on, they were like, ask you questions, or maybe they respected you more, they gave you your time, they gave you your place?
Like I said, they respected you more. Like West Ham, I used to pray all the time. They even said, "Oh, Serene, this could be a prayer room." So but you just have to show it. You have to show it that this is who you are and this is your religion, and people will respect it. But if you try to hide or half-heart it, they'll be like, "Well, he's not doing this because you don't want to be seen by certain this or by certain that." Don't change who you are. You know what I mean? Follow who you are. Just because of someone's watching or because of people are there, don't change who you are. Just be you.
100%. Yeah. And that's the thing as well with the internet in general, right? Even with my kind of side of the world, with the whole like podcast, social media, like so many people, you know, forget who they are and they, you know, do things that maybe old them wouldn't like. You know, they get certain caliber of people on their podcast or this or that. But at the end of the day, you'll never win if you don't stick to who you are.
You are, exactly.
And it's sad seeing it online. Loads of people do that. Loads of people, you know, I don't want to use the word sell out, but they sell out essentially. They're not themselves. And in terms of football as well, you have to always be focused, right? You can't get distracted by all these parties and all this and all that and stuff. And would you say when you were kind of locked in, you were focused, that helped you grow compared to other people that maybe didn't do that?
Yeah, especially in the position that I'm in now. You know, like you said, you have to stay focused. Wherever you go in this life, someone has an opinion on you, whether it be bad, whether it be good. You could be good in front of millions of people. There might be 2 people that find you.
There's always someone.
Yeah, there's always someone. So like I said, no one's opinion could change who I am. It doesn't make me lose focus. You know what I mean? People say to me, "Oh, but you've played," I get it all the time. "Oh, you played here. Why are you all the way down here now?" I'm thinking, I'm down here is not because of me. And some things happen in life and you just have to go with it and you have to trust, you know, Allah and to get to where you want to get to again. But there's days where people stopped believing in me. Like I said, I was loved by everybody in the country. Everybody will know who Serene is as a goalkeeper. But now it's like almost people have forgotten who I am. But that didn't change what I would do behind the scenes. I would always go and train. I would always go and work hard. And I always say to myself, if you don't believe in me, fine, but I believe in myself. Exactly. So that's how I always stay focused, and I'm trying to do well for me. I'm not trying to impress anybody. You know what I mean? People don't pay my bills. I have to pay my own bills. Yeah. It's me that pays my own bills. So what's the point of me trying to look good in front of someone's eyes when the only eyes that I need to look good in front of, it's just me.
That's beautiful, you know. Yeah. That's coming from someone who knows what they're doing. Like, you figured it out.
Yeah.
Because so many people still, they have that journey where, even me personally, like when I first started this podcast and my other, you know, social media stuff, I was scared what people think. But then I realized, like, you know, I open my phone up and how many of them call me? None. You know,
exactly.
No one cares. And once you realize that and you know what you want, which you know goalkeeping is for you, I know, you know, podcasts or whatever is for me, I'm going to go all for that. Because you could talk, right? But when I see you again, I'm either better or I'm the same because I didn't take action because of what you thought. And in terms of kind of when you said everyone loved me, right? When you're on the top of the world, everyone's your fan. Everyone's like, oh, you know, oh, you're that goalkeeper. Yeah. But then when, you know, when things, maybe mistakes happen or things happen like that, who would you say kind of stuck by you because he loved you for who you are, not for what you do?
Also, just going back to your other point when you said when you started this, that's very, very good from you. The one thing I respected about you, you could have easily not messaged me and said, "Oh, but he has this, he's not going to answer." Yeah. What did you do? You messaged me.
Shoot my shot.
And I don't, on Instagram, I don't really answer a lot. But when I saw you and I watched, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come down just because he messaged me. And I was like, you know what? I'm coming down straight away. That's why he said, when I get the update, I'm like, listen, whenever you're down, just let me know. I'll be there. Yeah. So with this podcast that you're doing, bro, keep it up and believe, and
thank you.
Don't watch other people. And I have a lot of, if I'm honest, I have a lot of good peoples around me. I have a lot of good people around me. My family, obviously, here in Gambia, my dad and my mom here, they believe in me so much because they know how good I am, and they know they're the only peoples.
You grew up with you.
Yeah, that probably see me when I'm going out at like 6 a.m. going to the gym or going out to train. They're the only people. But I also have other group of people that obviously believe in me. But if you really know who I am, and if you really spend a day with me or a week with me, you will know that I am the same Serine that played for England. I've lost no ability. I've lost nothing. I still have the same ability of when I used to play for England and how good I was. So if you spend a day in my shoes, or you spend one day with me, you would realize, you know what, this guy is still good. So like I said, I have a lot of people that know who I am, and they believe in me to this day, because a lot of people are shocked. They're like, wait, why are you not there? Why are you not here? I just say, it's life, and I'm just working hard to get
God's
to where
plan,
I need.
yeah.
Yeah, it's God's plan. All of this out of my control. But for example, if you was to watch me come train, or you was watching me in a match, you'd be saying, why are you not at the top? Like, it's not in my control. But like I said, a lot of people think I have fell off. A lot of people think I'm just not as good as I was before. Whereas people that spend time with me know that he's the same Serine. And if you watch me in a session, or you watch me in a match, or you watch me play football, I'll be very shocked if you didn't say, this guy is not good. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. But it's just how it is. I know I'll get to where I need to get to one day, inshallah. And by doing that, I just need to work hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say to the camera as well. Just, you know, not just about you, about everyone. You know, anyone that you doubt or maybe have an opinion on or something, put yourself in their shoes. You know, look at what they get up to behind the scenes, because, you know, I know you started doing the kind of day in the life video YouTube. I've seen them.
Yeah, thank you.
They're going good. Yeah. And you're just doing that now. So imagine all the years before.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you don't see, because some people, you know, they don't like posting. You know, I don't like posting. You know, I go to the gym this hour. Some people like to just work and show the results. But, you know, you don't know. I don't know that you get up at 6 a.m. I just thought you just, you know, keeper, you go to your training sessions. But you mentioned it now that people, oh, hang on, you know, this guy deserves it. But not everyone do that.
Yeah.
So it's important to not judge and put yourself in your shoes.
People's shoes, yeah. 100%, yeah.
And in terms of West Ham Academy as well, you know, when you had your trainings, they took care of things as well. What would you say was a kind of game that stood out? Because you played against other Cat 1 academies, obviously.
For West Ham?
Yeah.
My best game for West Ham? I've had many games. I've had many good games for West Ham.
Got a whole sheet.
It's just when I used to go to tournaments, if I'm honest. I used to come to tournaments and my objective was win Best Goalkeeper Awards. I think there was a period of time I won Best GK Award in the Premier League tournament. I won the year after that, I won Best GK in France. The year after, I won in Spain. The year after that, I won in France again.
Infinity Stones,
I just kept winning goalkeeper, Best Goalkeeper Awards. My best game for West Ham is a good question, but I've had many. I'll tell you what my best game was at West Ham. It was probably one of my last games for West Ham when we played Crystal Palace. I think these days where a lot of things were happening in West Ham that was not in my control, I would say. And I obviously had a chance to now play again, which I did play against Crystal Palace. And these days, Crystal Palace attack was frightening. They had Jezrak Saki, John Kumani, and David Omolabu. They were just scoring 5 past every team.
Dangerous squad.
Dangerous attack. And then I just remember when I played against them, and this was my first game, second-year scholar, after the COVID I played, and they came up against me, and I was just saving so many shots. And yeah, that was probably, just because I would say it's my best game, just because of the time. And I think a lot of things were happening not in my control, or I wasn't playing as much. It's West Ham. And when I had the opportunity to play, I showed still levels. And yeah, I'll probably say that just because of the occasion.
Yeah. And in terms of COVID as well, you mentioned you obviously in that time, in that academy period where COVID happened and kind of bang in the middle. What was it like, you know, being a goalie and being a footballer actually during that COVID season where everything was kind of called off?
It was brilliant and not brilliant. It was brilliant because you were getting paid to do nothing. It was just at home.
Collecting it, yeah.
But what wasn't brilliant, so I was the first year. I had another year to prove myself why I should get a professional contract. People that are in the second year, couldn't prove themselves why they should get a professional contract. So it was scary times because I had another opportunity to say, okay, I'm going to prove myself in the second year scholar. Whereas other people, they could have probably proved themselves. And because of COVID happened, they came back. Most of them are gone. So I think it was tough in them times because a lot of people could have maybe got potential contracts. And well, for me, it was okay because I realised I got another a year to really do what I need to do.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, loads of footballers, like Doku we mentioned earlier, they're late bloomers.
Mm-hmm.
So, year one maybe might not be the best, but year two is where they blow up and do everything. Would you say you were a late bloomer or were you always just consistent growth?
Consistent. I was always consistent, just always being who I am, yeah. I wouldn't say I was late, I was just always known from young. So, yeah, I was always consistent throughout.
Yeah, and in terms of Cat 1 as well, because I'm just getting familiar, I've had loads of footballers, Cat 1, Cat 2. I'm getting familiar with how the system works. In terms of Cat 1, what clubs are there in terms of that kind of pyramid?
It's Premier League teams, but it's just depending on the facilities that's how they define like Cat 1 and Cat 2, just depending on what the facility is like. But it's just mostly like Premier League teams. That's it, to be fair, in Cat 1s, yeah.
So, your Arsenals, your Chelseas, your Cities.
Yeah, see them type of games are just the difficult ones. Chelsea's, Arsenal,
All
Man
against
City.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yes, them games. You're in for a long day when you're playing against Chelsea and Arsenal, Man City, or even Liverpool, in fact. So, yeah.
The Chelsea fan in me wants to ask, what was it like playing against Chelsea?
Mate, I've never beaten Chelsea in my career. I played against Chelsea in my age group. I lost. I played up. I lost. I played 2 years up. I lost. And the one time, this pains me to this day. The one time I was playing a year up. I was playing against Chelsea. I was playing 2 years up, actually. Playing against Chelsea. We scored in the 90th minute. Winning 2-1. I said, it's about to happen. And then they done a cross, and I think I misjudged it. They scored. I was like, oh my days. And then my age group, when they played without me, they beat Chelsea. So I said, I'm the problem. Yeah, I'm the problem. So now it was tough playing against Chelsea. I don't think I actually beat Chelsea when I was young. Yeah, that's how I don't like. I'm not a fan of Chelsea.
I better move the chair further back. Because whenever I look at Chelsea, their academy, every year they have, a superstar, this guy, that guy, that guy. What was your who was the danger guy in the Chelseas you played?
Jamal Musiala and Ben Elliott. So phenomenal players. Jamal Musiala and Ben Elliott. But you say, it's funny when you say Chelsea, but I think, okay, so when you play against Chelsea, let's say he was to playing against, I don't know, a team similar to West Ham. You just have one, maybe like a minibus. You might take a minibus and just 5 staff members.
Yeah.
Or unless it's 16s and 18s travel together, you take coaches. Then you're playing against Chelsea and Tottenham and all of that. You just see 500 buses, 500 coaches.
Whole army.
Just so many people. That was thinking oh wow, we're playing against top team, but not realizing that you're actually playing against the badge and not against the players themselves. So it was tough, but it wasn't as tough because it was just because of they used to turn up with so many buses, so many staff, so many
mind games.
Yes, mind games, to be fair. So yeah.
Yeah, and how's it like playing against someone who used to play with the England camp? That must be a bit weird.
Nah, it's quite funny sometimes because of my character. I just try to get into their heads, and the one thing you want to do is always win against someone that you probably go in the England camp, so you can make the fun of them. Chelsea wasn't fun because I used to always turn up. They used to be like, mate, when are you lot going to beat us? When are you lot going to do this? But nah, it was good. It was good. Me, when I play against someone, for example, I went with the England camp and I was to see them. We just start smiling and whatever. And I'll just do my best to not try and let you score. And yeah, that's about it, to be fair.
Yeah. And in terms of mind games, do you want to let us in on any tactics you used to get in their heads?
Yeah, I'll just say, are you scoring today? That's it. Are you scoring? I didn't used to get doing against Chelsea because they will somehow find a way to score no matter
you back
how,
on it.
how resistant I am. Now I'll just probably just start smiling and hopefully they don't score in it. Yeah, that's about it, to be fair.
Easier rage bit.
Yeah, that's it, to be fair.
Yeah. And in terms of academy as well, you later on moved to Crystal Palace as well, didn't you? So talk to us about how's it like, what led to you maybe, leaving West Ham, moving on to Crystal Palace. Did you want something new, or what was kind of the motive?
Yeah, so obviously I unfortunately didn't get a professional contract at West Ham. If you ask me why, I'd be like, I don't know. But I didn't get a professional contract at West Ham. I went to Crystal Palace. The reason why I was in Crystal Palace was because of that game. I played against Crystal Palace.
They liked you.
Yeah, they liked me, so they were kind of interested. But when I went to Crystal Palace, I did very well for 2 weeks. But then they said, nah, you're very good, but because of COVID, I don't think we can offer you the contract that we would probably like to give you because of maybe how good you are. So then these were the challenging days, and then I stayed there just to keep fit. And then the academy manager came, he changed his mind when he saw me training. He said, we're going to offer you a contract, but he wanted to offer me a third-year scholar. And then it's like, yeah, brilliant. And then I was about to sign it, and I couldn't because only West Ham, your parent club, could offer you the third-year scholar. So I actually, so I actually went a whole year at Crystal Palace, and not many people know this. I actually went a whole year at Crystal Palace without getting paid. I was just going there, training, giving it my all every day for 1 year.
That's tough.
No pay, no pay, nothing.
So how do you manage to, I know maybe, you got parents helping you out, but how do you manage to do that? Because a lot of people, obviously, not that I'm saying, everyone's money motivated, but if I told you that, you're going to work for me without paying you for a year, you'd be like, jog on.
Yeah.
Right? But how do you manage to do that?
Man, you asked me, I don't even know. I was just going in every day. And the worst thing about it, I never sulked 1 day.
Yeah. I
always went in with the biggest smile and the biggest positive character you would ever see, as if someone that was earning a lot. I would go in and I would smile. I started a car, but I paid off that car already. And I had some money from West Ham.
Savings or whatever.
Yeah. So I was just using that for 1 year. But see, things like this, you look at it like, so I could have easily went into Crystal Palace and be like, you know what, nah, you lot, not. Let me just give up and go and look for work. But I stuck out and I kept working hard. I kept believing that someday things will change. And them days is the reason why I'm how I am now in terms of bulletproof mindset. Because if I can go 1 year without getting paid, if someone comes to me and has an opinion of me, and if you feel like that opinion is going to get to me, then I must be living in cuckoo land or something. Like, honestly, I just went and I gave it my all, because at the end of the day, I was doing something that I love, and I survived that 1 year.
Yeah, he believed in the project,
of course,
and that sacrifice. If that's the hardest thing, because that's as hard as it could get. I think,
course, yeah.
Doing it without pay, not seeing immediate results. So if anyone has anything to say, tell them to do their job without a year, see what happens.
And then see what happens. And then you'll see when them days when I was to go to the shop, I couldn't even buy a drink, or when my friends were having a birthday party, I can't even go out because I don't have any money to go out and don't have money to pay for the shoes, or my car, French car, used to break down all the time. I didn't have no money to repair it, and I look at where I was from there, and I look at how I am now, where everything has changed. But if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be who I am now, or I wouldn't be earning what I'm earning now because of that. So I kind of took 2 steps back and took
one
10
leap.
steps, just forward. But like I said, I'm grateful for them lessons where I didn't earn, and now I'm in a position where I earn a good, and then
Alhamdulillah, always, man. It always goes back to that same point.
Exactly.
Be grateful, because better times are going to come.
Of course.
There were times where I, nearly gave up on this. I wasn't seeing anything. No guests were coming in. The clips weren't banging. And then I pushing and pushing and pushing. Even now, I'm not where I want to be, but I know at some point I want to hit the jackpot, right? And in terms of finances as well, if you don't mind talking about this, everyone thinks, academy players, everyone knows that professional footballers earn, 50k, 100k a week, whatever. But when you're a young player, how does it work in terms of, maybe a contract being offered or things like that? Because you young people usually get part-time jobs.
Yeah.
an average 16-year-old, 17-year-old. So do you know how it works like that?
Yeah, it was good because obviously them days everybody used to call your footballers money,
But it's not, is
not
it?
realizing that you're getting paid. They're even getting more. Because scholar, if you get a scholar, everybody's getting paid the same, unless you live a bit further, then you get a bit more for travel. So I used to go around, people be like, "Oh, footballers' money," and I'm like, "Yeah," not realizing you're earning more than me. But that only changes when you're professional contract. Professional contract is now when you're earning
Opens up.
a lot more than what everybody's earning. But for example, if people sign a scholar, everybody's earning similar amount apart from travel. But professional contract is when now you're earning a lot of money.
Yeah,
But when people be like, oh, you signed a contract West Ham, I just seen you're earning a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, I am. Not realizing I'm not even earning a lot.
Nothing. Yeah, you got to look into it to realize.
I'm not earning
Yeah.
a lot. I'm not earning a lot.
Yeah. And now let's talk about back to international football, but on the other side, we also got a Gambia call up, didn't we?
Yeah.
So tell us about that. How the country, many, many miles away, find out about you.
Yeah, and I think Gambia, they were quite keen on me playing for them. And again, it was happened through my second year scholar when they qualified to go to the African Cup of Nations. Before people say, "Oh, this is the reason why you went to play for Gambia," no, because this is the first time I got handed an opportunity to go and play for Gambia. So I did that. It was good. I traveled a whole month in the African Cup of Nations, and it was something different, but it was great because I'm playing for my home country, which is wow. Like, you're playing for your country and you're representing your country somewhere where you're from. And the love when you get there was different. And obviously African football is a lot different to
Very supportive.
Europe football. It was good times.
Yeah. So if you were to compare, playing for England youth and playing for Gambia youth, what would you say for anyone watching that doesn't know a thing about African football? I'm Algerian. I've seen the flares. I've seen everything, right? But if anyone watching doesn't know the main difference, what would you say is?
Africa, they shoot everywhere, bro. Everywhere. I think when I went in my Gambia, they're just shooting from the halfway line. But people think they're not good at football. In Africa, they're good at football. You won't know unless you play against them. I think they're just more aggressive. And like I said, they just shoot everywhere. That's the main thing. Obviously, Europe, I think, is a bit more technical, more like drilled base and more styled how you're going to play. This is what we're going to do. In Africa, there's a similar thing as well, but not as much as obviously Europe. But the main difference is they just shoot everywhere. As a keeper, you have to be ready. Someone could shoot. Even from a goal, they could shoot.
Fearless.
Yeah,
they just go for it.
They will just shoot. They will just shoot everywhere.
Yeah. So you got to be on the balls of your foot always.
I'm telling you, mate. There was, I think, my first session, someone shot from the halfway, and I was so shocked.
Hey.
Yeah, and they're not bad shots, I'm not saying they're shooting over the fence or what. It's coming in the goal. The ball's moving, going top corner. I'm thinking, wow, this is mad.
Yeah. And did you ever get to have some, solid minutes playing in, for Gambia African style football?
I couldn't, because these days I was still, my clearance wasn't finished yet from England, and like I said, it was COVID time, so no one was actually working in the office.
It was slow. Yeah.
Everybody was just working at home. So whereas everything was just taking long, so I couldn't actually participate in the African Cup of Nations. But listen, participation or not, I was there. We finished third. I got a bronze medal. I can't complain. You know what I mean? So,
that's the thing I see as well, because again, mentioning, I'm from Algeria, there's loads of, same with Gambia as well. It's Africa, I think, in general, right? Loads of players, are born in Germany, England, Spain, Portugal, France, and then they choose to play for that country, and then they don't get minutes, and then they want to come back, and then people are like, why didn't you choose us first, right?
Yeah.
And in terms of you choosing Gambia, because obviously there's a heritage side to it, would you say that loads of footballers who are kind of bright, show lots of talent at a young age, are pressured to kind of choose the land they're in versus their motherland?
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's just like a lot of people just talk. Football's business.
Yeah.
If you're not playing it's your choice. If you grow up in a country and they say you want to play, but if you're not getting minutes and they say you want to go down to play for your African team, that's their choice.
So yeah,
But it's a business. Do you want to win or you don't want to win. Like you're saying, there's so many people because of their country qualified for the World Cup, they go now play for the Africa, and then you're seeing their country saying, "Oh, but why is he doing this now?" But mate, do you want to win or not? This
Exactly,
is business.
yeah.
This is nothing to do with it's business.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal.
That's the thing. I'd play for, Pangia, well,
Yeah.
any country, but if I'm getting minutes, I want to play.
You know what I'm saying? You see people that play for like Real Madrid, if they can't get minutes and they have to come down to, I don't know, Brentford or something, you come down and play. This is business. No disrespect to Brentford.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Any Brentford fans, we don't mean it.
No, I don't mean like
Yeah, but that's the thing with kind of goalkeeping as well, because there's only one goalkeeper in a team, or second goalkeeper rarely you get minutes. So how do you come to accept the fact that you're either starting or you're on the bench? You very rarely get minutes.
As a goalkeeper, like you said, as a goalkeeper, it's so tough being a goalkeeper, because as a player, you could come in the last 10 minutes and the last 5 minutes to try and change the game. But as a goalkeeper, if you're not playing, you're not playing. Yeah, if there's a number one, you have to wait for that number one to get injured before you could probably get your opportunity. Or maybe if he's not playing well. But if he's playing well for, 30 games, and now on the bench, it is tough mentally.
Good luck.
I'll be honest. It's tough mentally knowing that every day you turn up to a game, you're on the bench. And how you get treated as a number two compared to a number one, it's ruthless. Number one, you have all your things, you train, you might go in, do gym, because you're playing. Whereas if you're number two, you're staying out to do shooting.
Scraps, yeah.
You're doing this, you're training in the rain, or the next day you're training with people that have not played. I've been in a position where I've been in both where I was the number one, and I've been in a position where I was the number two. And this is no shock. I'd rather be the number one.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
But goalkeeper, it could either break you or you could choose to be strong, because you can never know when your opportunity would come. So if the keeper's doing well for 50 seasons, clap him, congratulate him. Don't hate. You know what I mean? Don't hate.
It's your
teammate. Everybody, your time will come as well. There might be a time where he might need to now come and support you because he's not playing well, or the manager might not like him. But like I said, as a goalkeeper, you can't just come in the last 5 minutes and change the game. You have to sit on the bench for the whole day, wait for your opportunity to come. But it will come if you keep pushing.
Sabr.
Yeah,
that's another key word.
Course,
Patience.
Of course.
We're ticking them all off
Yeah,
now.
of course, bro.
Yeah. And now let's talk about something that's happening kind of the past month, the past few months. Border League.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question quickly, just for the viewers.
Here we go.
What's your head made out of?
Mate, I'm telling you.
What is it made out of?
I have no idea, mate. Probably metal or something.
Titanium.
I'm telling you, that game rule for Baller League, I think they might put it on now every time when they see me and go. But listen, it's anything for the badge, innit?
Die for the 3 points.
I'm telling you, you have to. Especially the couple of days we beat a team that was unbeaten in 13 games. The only way to do that is probably die for that
Gotta
badge.
get a couple cuts and bruises.
Yeah, of course, man. You have to, yeah.
So how did that idea of Ball League come out to you? What made you want to join it, or did they come to you, or how does it work?
My friend, I'll mention his name, Wills. He's like, Serine, now you need to go Bully League, because I didn't really know about Bully League in the first season. Didn't really know about it, and then when it was first played, everybody just texted me, Serine, why not in here? Why not? Blah blah blah. I'm like, mate, what's this? And I just see small sided games and thing, and then. Yeah, but when they had the trial, I was actually out of the country. So I signed up, but I was out of the country. So people were saying, why didn't you sign up? I said, no, I did. I was just out of the country. So the second season, I was now back. I trialed, and no surprise, I was the best goalkeeper on the day. And and then the opportunity came where obviously the 26ers called me and said that they wanted me to be in goal for them. But Baller League, it was a proud moment. I'll tell you why it was a proud moment, because when I went there was a lot of goalkeepers, and it kind of reminded me like the old days where I would stand out in front of the goalkeepers by not even trying to stand out or trying to impress.
Yourself.
Yeah, and when I was recognized as one of the best goalkeepers on the day, proud moment, because again, it reminded me of the old days of this, and then it puts more belief in me that when I say to my point is that I've not fallen off and I've not dropped my standards. That day it was evident.
Yeah, and 26ers as well. I had another goalkeeper who used to play for the Mac.
Mac, my guy.
Super keeper, I love him. He's my
guy.
Good mate. And obviously John Terry's the manager, isn't he? And he's been in football as well.
Yeah.
Football on 11-a-side big pitches. And you've been as well. You've seen the both sides of the world. What do you say is the main difference between pro football and kind of ball league?
Well, there's a lot of difference. But listen, just because you're good at 11-a-side doesn't mean you can be good in bowling league. Because bowling league is different. It's tight. Space. The main difference is that it's just everything just happens a lot quicker. It happens a lot quicker. Whereas 11-a-side, sometimes you might have space and time on the ball. Whereas bowling league, you have to be sharp. You have to be on it. You have to know your next pass. If you don't know your next pass, then good luck, especially as a goalkeeper. And you have to be good with your feet. If you're not good with your feet in bowling league, no matter how many shots you save, I don't think they'll have you in goal.
No, ball league's made for you then.
Yeah,
good with your feet,
entertainment,
showboat.
I'm telling you,
get
mate.
the crowd going.
Listen, and bowling league hasn't seen the best of me yet. They've seen clips. Like I said, I'm an entertainer. But once I get even more comfortable, not like comfortable as in like start taking the make out of thing, but like when I start
do
being
it for
more
fun.
comfortable, on the ball, they will know, okay, this is.
Yeah. So now we're going to do quick fire question. So all my guests at the end of the session, I like to do rapid fire.
Gone.
You know, just
Yeah.
snap like that. So first question is, who's the best player you've shared a pet? Start again. I'm looking at these questions, getting nervous. Who's the best player you've shared a pitch with and why?
Jude Bellingham, just because Jude Bellingham and Jamal Musiala and Morgan Rogers. I've shared with Betty, like, there's many. Fabio Carvalho.
Quick fire is hard to do, yeah.
Anthony Elanga. I'll say Anthony Elanga.
Why?
Because he's my brother and I've always appreciated him and I always train hard with him. So, him.
Okay. And who's the hardest striker you've faced and why?
Lewis Dobbin. He used to play at Everton. He scored 4 goals past me. I'll never forget that. Yeah, he's doing very well now, actually.
Yeah. And during your England camp, who stood out to you immediately?
Jude Bellingham and Jamal Musiala and Cole Palmer.
Okay. And now about your kind of idol. Who's one goalkeeper that you studied and looked up to growing up?
Manuel Neuer. Yeah, I just always, because he does crazy stuff with the ball. People think I'm crazy, but if you watch him, he's over the top. Yeah.
And who's one player you thought that would be elite?
In my...
Yeah.
Good question. I'd say Anthony Elanga. Yeah, Anthony Elanga or Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of these answers.
Yeah, it's a lot. I can't listen. I could name a lot. I'll name all that. Like Anthony Elanga, Jude, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Fabio Carvalho. I'll say them. And Ted Mengi, centre back for Luton.
Yeah. And if there's a moment, this is a hypothetical question, but if there's a moment in your career, in your life, you'd go back and relive, what would it be?
Probably before I signed my second year scholar at West Ham. I think maybe I might have chosen different options. Probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the most important lesson that West Ham taught you?
Football is business and no one owes you anything. No one owes you anything, regardless of how good you are for them, regardless of how much things you've done for them. Anyone can turn their back on you at some point in life.
Yeah. And 3 more questions. First one is, what's the biggest misunderstanding you've realised in academy football?
That eventually your time will come. Your time will come eventually.
Yeah. And the second one is, if you were to describe football in one word or one sentence, what would it be?
Ruthless and patience and the best job in the world. It's
Okay,
a lot of sentence, but
Yeah.
it's not just one.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to put it.
Yeah, it's not just one.
And the final one is for anyone watching, any young person watching that looks up to you and looks up to football in general. What would be your advice to them in life in order to become the 1%?
Work hard in this life and believe in yourself, and don't watch other people. Don't watch other people's success and be in a rush of your own success. And don't worry about the future. I think us young people worry about the future too much. Live in the present. Just live in the present. Don't worry about things that you can't control, and work hard. A lot of people, you get too comfortable because they're good. They feel like, I've seen a lot in academies. They feel like, because they're good, let me take my foot off the gas. No, just be humble, work hard, give your all every day. Because I'm telling you, being at the top, you could just come down straight
Just
away.
like that. It's fast.
Just like that.
It's ruthless. That's why you said
That
ruthless
is-
earlier.
As I said, yeah.
Yeah.
So for anyone working, young people watching, just work hard and never take your foot off the gas. Honestly, trust me, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Like, work hard and be grateful.
Yeah.
Because one day you could be at the top, the next day it could all be gone just because you thought you was too good. So you're never too good.
Exactly. And he's seeing it all, guys. He's been there.
Of course.
This is coming from the heart.
yeah.
So, yeah, you got to take it. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
It's been a great episode.
Of course,
This
man.
one's going to
Love
break the internet, I'm telling you.
Oh, inshallah.
Yeah,
man.
inshallah. So,
But-
thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You took the things out of it and you're going to apply it to your life in order to be better.
And one thing as well,
Go
for
on.
me, keep up the good work. But I
Thank
really believe in you, brother.
Cheers, brother.
That's me. Just never stop. As I said, when you first popped up to me, I respected it and I respect it. So please keep this up.
I will.
And inshallah, I'll see you at the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to take lessons from you. Patience eventually will come.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. See you.
Alhamdulillah. Always. We know Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.